Jack Sparrow. Here we go! Hurry up!
There's enough spare parts to build a car. Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Here?
As the other two opened the third crate, I found a mysterious bag.
Okay, well, straight away, that's a windscreen, which confirms it.
Yep.
It's out of the way.
But first,
What?
all we need to do is assemble this lot into a car.
And since our lives depended on not crashing, Jeremy and I secretly agreed that Hammond should never be allowed to drive it.
Right. This is it.
Here we go. Yes!
Oh my God, it works!
Good, okay, right.
Oh, James, important thing. In Mongolia, when you start on a journey, you have to turn right.
Is that true?
Yes, that is
Is
true.
that a thing?
Yeah, it is genuinely
What,
a
every
thing.
time?
Every
Wherever
time. If you
you go?
begin a journey, you go right.
Right, here we go.
This is it.
We're off.
James, something you can't, you go left.
Hang on, the wheels are too... Hey?
Just turn it, okay, go left, and now set off.
The steering's back to front, Hammond. How have we done that?
What do you mean it's back to front?
Well, I'm turning left.
Well, you're not, you're just going straight. Just go, turn it the other way then. Turn
Right,
it the
if
other
I turn it
way.
the other way, that's
right.
straight, and now I'm turning right and it's going left. So I need to keep...
And what have you two been doing for the last 2 days?
We've put the hydraulic pipes on the wrong way round for the steering.
Having fixed this minor issue, we set off again.
Ah, it works if we're going along!
Our car is great.
The ride is good.
It's not bad, is it?
Genuinely brilliant.
Let's do this. We had no idea how far it
Get a bloody move on.
we pit. Right, you see between those two
Yep.
and that valley, stick to the valley floor.
Go.
a minute.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, my God.
whoa, look at that.
That's the sandy bit.
That's massive.
In fact, it was just a small, detached bit of the Gobi Desert. But even so, it would be the first real test for our hastily built, homemade car.
Do you know how many paved roads there are in the whole country? 2. That will do.
Just get my compass. This is where we are going to need it. So I put the N on the end, don't I?
And then you're looking for northeast. It's sort of that way.
Yeah. The car had a low-range gearbox, but as its engine was a bit gutless, Hammond and I got out to reduce weight.
They say this is the dark heart of Asia. Perhaps that's why no one comes. But, I mean, look. And the other thing is, Genghis Khan created...
Let's do this.
I don't really want to go to a town.
Oh.
Said the captain.
We really are good at wildlife photography, aren't we? Oh, mate.
As we admired the view, the world's best off-road driver was beginning his ascent.
Bollocks.
Try it up that way. James, back it up.
Ah!
With Hammond's help, James finally got up the dune.
Hurry up! Yes! Try it up that way. Go.
I'm the only one who's driven on uphill, but I'm telling you, that's too steep.
Ooh.
As Jeremy continued to amaze us with his interesting facts about Mongolia,
I do know that one of Genghis Khan's cavalrymen gets a bloody move on. Here we go!
Frost-hard misery. We wondered how we could make our car more
I tell you what, I thought of in the night.
Yes?
We should give our vehicle a name.
John.
John's a good, solid name. I like it. It's honest, it's unpretentious.
Dependable people are called John.
Yes.
John Lewis.
That is a dependable shot.
Isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, because it's called John.
With the comfort mods complete and John duly christened, we set off in search of our next waypoint. The watery part. However, Hammond was not happy.
Why are you driving?
You drove yesterday.
I didn't.
You did drive yesterday.
Didn't.
You can't remember anything, can you?
Your memory, Hammond, is just getting appalling.
I didn't drive. I still haven't driven it.
To keep Hammond's tiny mind from thinking about driving, we put him in charge of navigation. And weirdly, he was rather good at it.
So we've got these two mountain ranges, and we go left, and the watery bit will be over there. Go!
One in every 200 people alive today can trace their ancestry back to Genghis Khan.
Thanks to John's incredible achievement, we could now see what was what.
Nice one, Hammond. No lakes.
Well, we can now rule it out. We know it's not there. It must be somewhere else.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
No, I mean, it is.
Exactly. It's there. And so now we know where we are in relation to it.
With the Twin Lakes found, we could plot the next leg of our journey.
Some trees are northeast, look, and there's a bumpy meadow beyond.
It's definitely northeast.
After a pleasant drive round the lakes and past some trees, we eventually arrived at the bumpy meadow, which didn't sound too bad. However...
Go. Power, power, power!
Holy, holy!
One of the things... Oh!
Whoa, puppy. You know another TV show where you've got, like, explorers and stuff? Yeah, they don't...
Just dislocated my pelvis, if that's possible. Oh, that was huge!
Ow! Oh! Bloody hell. Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh.
This is 500 miles. Let's say we've done 100, even if we've done 100.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
probably about right.
Don't think about it.
400 more miles of not sleeping, not drinking, and driving over, that sort of stuff. God, bloody hell. I wouldn't even call that a meadow. It's not a meadow. Let's do this.
Jeremy, you've been driving for 12 hours straight.
Yeah,
You've done really well, and you must be exhausted.
here we go.
Well, no, I'll tell you what. Why don't I...
Yes, yeah, go on.
Really?
Yes, I can't sit
Really?
listening to this twittering on anymore. Quickly.
Really? Oh, gladly. Brilliant. Thank you.
Really?
Well, he just won't shut up. Can I drive? Can I
Well, no,
drive?
it's fair enough.
Can I drive? Can I drive? I want to drive. I built it. I want to drive. First is over towards James. Go.
Oh, yeah.
No, stop.
What?
Well, I'm just thinking, hang on. This is literally the most perfect spot.
He's right.
Why don't we
actually.
pitch camp here?
That is a top camping site. Look at the view.
I
and
mean,
it's
look at the
sheltered.
view there.
No, seriously, that is even you've got to admit that's a perfect
Yeah,
campsite.
shut it down, Hammond. We'll pitch camp here.
With that done, we ended our journey. And since the very big crack was one of the features on our Winnie the Pooh map, we knew that next up was the wooden house.
It doesn't say what the house is.
Could it be a pub?
Well,
Well, it could be.
exactly right. Or just an off licence.
If it is a pub, on that map it's about 100 miles high, so we won't miss it.
Oh, no, this pub is bigger than the Gobi Desert.
At this point, our conversation was interrupted by something hilarious.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
Can we just see that on that camera? I don't know if we can turn it round a bit. That's our camera tracking car. It's stuck. John isn't.
Stuck?
John
No.
is not stuck.
As we needed the camera crew to make this miserable trip worthwhile, we had to rescue them.
You're feeling a bit smug.
I am actually full of smug.
Yeah. Okay,
Right,
here we
they're
go.
ready to go.
In 3, 2, 1. And we're free!
John has done it.
John has succeeded! John has pulled the mass-produced Toyota Land Cruiser out of the mire. Here's the message we're giving you all. By Mongolian.
I've got incredible aches and pains across my shoulders.
Oh, there is no bit of me that doesn't ache. There's no bit of me that's warm, comfortable. Here we go!
Still, at least things soon got worse.
Oh, brilliant. I'm just getting a golden shower now.
Oh, jeez, that's the worst it's been.
If there's a cliff at the top of this, I'm going over. I'm just going to end it now. I want a glass of wine.
We were aiming for the next target on our... Next, we were looking for the big river. And to get a better view, we made once more for high ground.
Come on, John. Yes, you can do it. I find that quite funny.
I think it's when he's happy.
Away.
What a machine you are, John!
I'm winning.
At the top, there was no river in sight, just more Mongolia. So we broke out the map.
Right, we've got a decision to make. I reckon we're here, okay? Because we've done lots of trees. We're about just sort of the end of that bit. We've got to cross this river, whatever happens. We could go either this way up north and around. That probably is a bit further. Or we could go south.
That is a lot further than that.
Yes. But it ends in the deep river of despair with crashing water over rocks. It's illustrated on the map. That
They've
does
made
not...
a point of drawing it like
And
that.
if we can't cross there, we'll have to come all the way back up and round anyway. If we go this way, we'll find a track. There'll be a way along the side, the flat...
Hurry up!
We would get to see more of this achingly beautiful country. We would get to see more of this achingly beautiful country.
Mongolia just changed again. What was I not expecting to see?
Camels.
Yeah. What am I seeing?
Oh, pine, smell. Oh. Here we go. It's going to be weird going home when you can't just set off in the direction you want to go. So I want to go over there. I'll just go over there. It's going to be really strange.
Go off with my bow and arrow and catch them. What do you mean? Look at that down there now.
No, look at the size of that eagle on that rock. Holy crap!
Oh, God, yes.
It's massive!
Oh, a smooth run to the river, hop across it, quick evening drive into Moron.
Yeah, we can still get there tonight now.
But then, when we arrived at the river, our hearts sank into our empty stomachs.
Look at what's on the other side. I mean, look.
Yeah,
Observe to your left, gentlemen.
that is a huge problem. I mean, we can't get out.
We're not even get up there, to be honest.
Well, what do we do? I mean, we have to cross it.
Thing is, it'll take us
yeah.
hours
Yeah.
to find somewhere to cross. Hours.
And then it'll be dark.
Yes.
So?
We're going to have to camp here.
But we've got no food.
That wasn't quite true. We had some flour and a packet of creamer, which we mixed with some ice-sharp river water and fresh herbs to create a soup that was surprisingly disgusting. And the next morning, we began our search for a crossing point.
But hang on, is that a gap coming up there?
Even if we could do 30 yards, look behind it. Look, we're going to turn around and try the other way.
Go!
way.
Eventually, though, after several more miles of searching...
Wait a minute. That looks extremely good.
And the river's shallow there. Can you see?
Yep,
Yep. That looks like a bit of a gift.
We're nearly done it.
John can swim. I'm staggered.
Wait, John!
I am staggered. We're on the way to Gin Town.
We were also low on fuel, but we had to plough on with the punishment. Until 2 hours later, when we came across the most wonderful thing we'd ever seen. This was the first reminder in 7 days that we were in the 21st century.
Oh my God!
Yes!
Wow!
I've never been so happy
But
in
we
my...
still had to make a critical decision.
On one end of this,
Is moron.
yes.
The question is, do we go left or do we go right? Right.
Oh, why right?
Because I'm very lucky. And it's lucky to go right in Mongolia.
What if that just goes all the way to nothing?
Well,
Well, if we
it
go
won't
to
go to
nothing, it'll
nowhere.
go to a power
It'll
station.
go to Russia. It'll go to a power station in Russia is where it'll go. One end's got a power station in Russia on the end of it.
The other has
the other end-
gin and tonic.
Because it's got a gin and tonic.
Right, we've decided. Let's just stick with it and have faith in our decision.
Yeah, just to be crystal clear though, if this is wrong,
I killed
I will
myself.
be the one that says, I told you it was left. Go.
John has done it.
We needn't have worried, though, because just a few miles later, we discovered that in Mongolia, it really is lucky to turn right.
What a heavenly sight.
How far away do you reckon it is?
10k.
Well, come on then. Let's get this thing finished.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It hasn't been easy, has it?
It really has.
It really hasn't. I mean, I'm just staggered that we haven't killed ourselves, or each other, actually. Because while Mongolia has just been a constant get up, bloody move on. Fact is, though, we couldn't have done any of that without John.
No. It's been incredible.
Something else, you know, even though we built it in the middle of a field in the dust, it has been unutterably reliable. The only thing we've had to do to this car is change the fuse, which took about 30 seconds. But the moral of that is, if you're going on an expedition and you're absolutely dependent on your car for your life, get a John.
Yeah. Look. I can't, I'm so excited. Get out of the way. Right, we have now completed Mr. Willman's mission.
Yes.
We must get on with completing ours.
Yes, where's the pub?
Exactly.
Yes. Right, and just another thing, as we've done Mr. Willman's mission, this bit's for us. James, can I drive this bit?
No chance.
Oh, come on.
No, seriously, Helen, it's not worth the risk at this late stage of you putting it on his side.
What risk?
It might be a bend. It might say finish.
It won't be a bend. You've had all the fun, you've done the exciting bits, the dunes and the mountains and the gullies and the deserts
Yeah,
and the
and
forests.
now the town.
James,
What?
seriously, just to shut him up, why don't you just let him have a go?
Oh, really?
Just let him drive. Pull up. And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. The nearest civilization is a town called Mork. In order to reach it, you must build the contents of these bottles. You have enough food for 7 days. It's not Sunday.
Hello.
Three, two, one. Begin. Oh, I'm out of here. Come on, come on, come on. Give me everything you've got. Yes! Come on! Come on, come on, come on. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. Go, go. Spinning power, this is good. Oh my God. Come on, keep going. Yeah, baby.
The nearest civilization is a town called Morn. In order to reach it, you must build the contents of the box. You have enough food for 7 days. But it's not such a